This is the story history forgot. This is the lost chapter. He was just 20 years old when the crown of Macedonia was placed upon his head. By 30, he had conquered the known world. From Greece to Egypt, Persia to India, he carved an empire so vast it made kings tremble and legends whisper his name. But what makes a man great? Is it the land he conquers, or the legacy he leaves behind? Today, we uncover the rise and fall of the man the world still calls Alexander the Great. Born in 356 BC in the ancient kingdom of Macedonia, Alexander was destined for greatness before he could even hold a sword. His father, King Philip II, built the most powerful army in Greece. His mother, Olympias, whispered that he was the son of Zeus himself. Taught by Aristotle, Alexander studied philosophy, science, and the art of war. But he wasn't content with knowledge. He wanted immortality. He wanted to become the legends he read about: Achilles, Hercules, gods who walked among men. And one day he decided he would surpass them all. At 20, his father was murdered. Some say by enemies, others whisper by his own mother's schemes. But before the blood even dried, Alexander claimed the throne. The Greek city-states rebelled, believing the young king could be crushed. They were wrong. He marched south, burned Thebes to the ground, and left only ashes and silence. The message was clear: defy Alexander and vanish from history. But Greece was only the beginning. Alexander's eyes were fixed east, on Persia, the largest empire on earth. Its ruler, Darius III, commanded a force 10 times Alexander's size. At Granicus, Alexander charged headfirst across a river, nearly dying in his first major battle. At Issus, he faced Darius himself, and when the Persian king fled, Alexander claimed victory, and Darius's family. But it was Gaugamela that made him immortal. Facing an army twice his size, Alexander used precision, speed, and deception. When Darius fled again, Alexander became king of Asia. The world had a new master. In Egypt, they called him a god. At the temple of Amun, priests greeted him as the son of Zeus Ammon. There, in the desert sands, Alexander founded a city, Alexandria, a city that would outlive his empire and his name. But gods don't rest. He turned east again, toward the heart of Persia, toward the impossible. By 326 BC, Alexander's army had marched 20,000 miles, undefeated. They crossed deserts, rivers, and mountains no army had ever dared. But the deeper they went, the more his men began to break. In India, after the brutal battle of the Hydaspes, they refused to march further. They wanted to go home. Alexander wept, for there were no more worlds left to conquer. He turned back west, ruling his empire through fear and faith. He began to see himself as divine, demanding worship, dressing as a Persian king. His old generals whispered that the young god was losing his mind. Then, Babylon. June 323 BC. Alexander fell ill, a fever that burned for days, and at 32, the greatest general in history was dead. No one knows what killed him: poison, disease, fate. But his final words were chilling. To the strongest. Alexander's empire shattered after his death, carved by his generals like vultures over a feast, yet his legend never died. He changed warfare forever. He spread Greek culture across continents. He inspired Caesar, Napoleon, and even modern strategists. More than 2,000 years later, his name still means greatness. He lived fast, he conquered all, and he died chasing eternity. This is Alexander the Great.